The commonly accepted understanding of community foundations is that they're vehicles that bring together individuals, families, groups of like-minded people and corporations to improve the communities in which people live and operate.
Well, I think community foundations would be one of the most important and I think emerging players in the philanthropic landscape in Australia. I don't think there's actually enough awareness about the good work that they do in the Australian community.
Community foundations are a local community organisation. They are registered charities and they are set up to both raise funds and then distribute funds. That's their principal purpose. The distinguishing feature, I think, of a community foundation as opposed to another large philanthropic trust or organisation is that they are part of a local community.
Key factors for success with community foundations, I think, has to be about making a difference in the local area. If they're not doing that, then why have one?
What people were looking for was a way to invest in a foundation which gave them some guarantee it was invested back in their community.
I guess the concept of a community foundation is local people helping themselves. So it's quite a different sell to the issue of a building fund of some kind or a special relief issue.
There are so many great fundraising activities happening, but often they specify a particular, say like cancer sufferers or heart disease.
World Vision or, using one of those, although do excellent work, they don't necessarily give the guarantees that people locally can have a say about how that's invested back in their community.
So I think that's the beauty of a community foundation, and being able to give to all sorts of things, not just one type of charity, and not that any one of them aren't worthwhile, but to be able to flex to the need, I think is really important, particularly for smaller communities.
The beauty of a foundation approach to grants allocations is that we can be more flexible in the way we support different endeavours and organisations. Some projects that would never get funded via other streams can be funded through a community foundation.
Gets really to the grassroots and what the community wants to do, not what some person feels like they should be doing.
What I love about the Community Foundation is that we're raising funds that will be there forever.
One of the features that's important about them is that they are set up in perpetuity, so that the money that is held in their pool, they call it the corpus, they do need to keep a proportion of that forever.
Every dollar that's raised is invested and the interest is what's distributed.
One of the reasons for moving towards more of a community foundation structure is sustainability. You are growing a corpus, you're saving those funds in perpetuity, and they are providing a sustainable income stream.
I guess I would describe it almost like a super fund for the community. And the idea of investing money for a future return. And that money stays there. It's always there. It's not one day we're going to retire and draw on it. It's that it's always there and it's always giving back to the community.
What you're giving today will last and will grow and benefit the local community in the future. And I think that's incredible.
The Victorian Government is very interested in philanthropy, and recognising that community foundations are a particular model, that they're very locally based. The government then made a decision that it could provide $100,000 that would go straight into their corpus. They would then use that as an opportunity to attract $100,000 from their local community. And when they did that, the government then provided a matching $200,000.
When the Minister announced the $100,000 and gave me the cheque, she said to me at the time, if you can raise another $100,000, I'll give you another $200,000. I don't squeal very often, but I did that day, I seem to remember.
It actually gave us I suppose, a pretty good tool to go out and sell that. There's not many opportunities you get to turn $1 into $4.
That was a fantastic selling point, and within 6 months, the community we had raised that $100,000. So within a couple of years, our community fund went from being $40,000 up to we reached the $500,000.
I think that challenge really set us on the way to sustainability.
I think community foundations
a really critical part of philanthropy because they enable everybody to be a philanthropist.
It actually doesn't matter what your level of income or salary is, you can actually really be involved in a community foundation.
You know, anyone can get involved in a community foundation, and our experience is that anyone does.
When I meet people and they say, "What is your job?" and I say, "I've got the happiest job in the world," and they look at me a bit quizzically, and I say, "That's because I do something good every day." There'll be something that you can do about making a difference for people in the community.
They end up being the glue in local and regional social capital, really. They end up being an entity that can bridge across organisations and across sectors.
They are about bringing together groups of like-minded people, building relationships of trust.
Wherever you have a community foundation, you have a network of people and organisations and resources.
We can help cross-fertilise, and some people have got money, some people have got time and experience, other people have got networks.
It's not about grant making and fundraising, it's about the relationship, the whole relationship that you have in the community.